QXC moving his forces around. Silver researching those ship-level weapons, and QXC getting the planetary fortress, which is a great move to defend this increasingly important choke point. Meanwhile, Silver pushing through the bridge and is going to make a little bit of a push, but I think this army is just a bit too small, getting out of position compared to QXC's giant marauder force, and Silver will have to pull this back while taking a lot of losses. So Silver is still just taking some losses, but is slowly catching up in the food. He does have more income, but QXC has caught up because of that third base, and now moving his army back into the center. And we see researching weapons refit here. And QXC putting a center tower right in the middle, but it will fall to these battlecruisers very quickly. And these Marines, however, there are quite a lot of Marines, and they're focus firing those battlecruisers. And Silver is probably going to lose both these battlecruisers. Only has one left right now. Pushing in with his force, but QXC happy to just pull back and destroy those two battlecruisers. This missile turret is also doing a lot of damage. QXC has a great position set up here, and these battlecruisers are just not going to do a whole lot at the moment. So once these Marines are dead, there won't be anything to hit air right now except for a few Vikings. How many Vikings do we have? If my computer decides not to crash. Here we go. Yeah, we have 11 Vikings for Silver, 10 for QXC. Very, very close, but Silver is making more of those. And pushing up through the middle, let's see what happens. QXC has a Thor here, and that is going to do a lot of damage against air, but not a whole lot else to the ground because there's just so much that Silver has right now. QXC not pulling back. I think this is a big mistake. Just not paying a whole lot of attention here. This Thor is doing some damage, but just not enough, and Silver is going to move in and try and take out this natural expansion. QXC is now moving his forces back, is going to trap these units and definitely kill them all, but it looks like Silver is definitely getting this base. In the meanwhile, QXC doing a counter drop in the bottom right, taking out this base, uncontested, and QXC easily wipes up this force, but a base lost for QXC and a base lost for Silver. So still pretty even income, although Silver has more harvesters right now, and that might help him out near in the future. Meanwhile, QXC moving a small force of Marauders forward, but it's just not going to do very much, especially with these two battlecruisers, 3 battlecruisers in play. QXC doing a nice scan, bringing this huge force in to attack. Those Vikings are going to make short work of the battlecruisers. He needs to pull those back and defend with his own Vikings, but the Vikings are targeting the medevacs. Silver not microing enough right now. He needs to focus fire here, and he does. He manages to get a great Viking advantage now. So, QXC moving his little force of Marauders forward, not even bothering to attack the siege tanks, and just getting wiped up. A lot of losses incurred there. Silver dropping those Vikings right in the back, but taking a lot of losses from those planetary fortresses. So that is going to stop mining for just a little bit. Meanwhile, Silver has another center tower. You can see on the minimap how much coverage those center towers provide on this map. And ooh, Silver losing 1 Viking for nothing. Could be losing more with these Vikings showing up. And now we have Silver controlling the center of the map and shelling away at that second planetary fortress. And especially with this battlecruiser, QXC has very little that'll attack area. He has 2 Vikings, but once Silver's Vikings come into play, that is just not going to be enough. Silver has more Vikings. So Silver is actually not building any more battlecruisers, just deciding to go with Vikings and protecting the one that he has. I would like to see some SCVs come up and repair this, but alas, not right now. And here comes QXC putting down a missile turret. Very smart. Should have probably done that a little earlier, but again, he's under a lot of pressure right now. Silver putting down this gold expansion, which is well timed because he has his contain. He has spotters on all the other likely expansion areas. The sensor towers overlap over on this island, and he is going to know if QXC puts down anything. Still has not remade this base, but he is just favoring going straight for the gold. Here comes QXC moving in with his Marauder force, but I don't think this is a very good idea. That force is just too small, and those tanks are going to fight it back. SCV is now coming in to repair the battlecruiser. So this double planetary fortress, very formidable defense, controlling this choke point. It's going to be difficult for Silver to break this, but in the meantime, QXC sees this gold expansion and decides to take it out. No problem. And we have a little bit of a run by on the bridge. I don't know how much damage this will do. There is no real defense back here at the moment. And yeah, this is going to take out a number of SCVs, but here come the Marines to just mop this up. So not a whole lot lost there. Silver is just slightly behind in terms of units lost. And if we go over to the army, we'll see that Silver has quite an advantage. 110 food army to 72. So QXC not in very good shape. Silver trying to take out this planetary fortress with his battlecruiser because those planetary fortresses cannot hit air. And those Vikings, Silver just has so many more Vikings than QXC that QXC really doesn't have much that can hit this battlecruiser. He has a couple of Marines, but not nearly enough. All of his barracks have tech labs on them, except for this one with the reactor, but it's just not very much. He's trying to pump out as many Vikings as he possibly can, and the battlecruiser deciding to ignore the planetary fortress and just attack the SCVs. Meanwhile, so we're rebuilding this gold expansion and has taken this one, and it looks like QXC is in a pretty bad spot. Has no gas income right now at all. And oh, these Vikings trying to pick off this battlecruiser, and they succeed and run away to tell the tale. So very nice snipe, but again, I don't know that it's enough. Silver has double, almost a little less now than double the army. QXC is trying to catch up in the army differential, but it's such a big difference. The only reason Silver can't push in and end it is because of these planetary fortresses right now. I think QXC should start mining again here just because he isn't, and he needs that income. Silver is double the income right now. QXC is still getting just more Marines and Marauders. QXC still making more Vikings. He really wants the Viking superiority in this battle, and is going to take out these planetary fortresses with his tanks. And once those are down, meanwhile, we have a big push by QXC moving in here to try and snipe the main. Silver does not have anything back here. This is a real big deal. He's lifting those buildings, but the Vikings will take those out no problem, I think. And still pushing in. Silver is going to pull back and try and defend, but a little bit late. So if we look at the army, still Silver has the massive advantage. QXC is starting to catch up. And here comes Silver wiping out those Vikings with his massive air force. And once those are landed, they are pretty much useless against the Vikings standing up. QXC has nothing that can hit air. And here comes Silver's gigantic army. Gonna take out this force no problem. And at this point, QXC just has almost no army and does GG. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. That was the ESL Finals, Game 2 between Silver and QXC. Thank you for watching. Bye.